Good morning, Mr.
At this
Christian.
critical point
Yeah.
in time, Nigeria needs the support of the diaspora. In what way do you think they can come in?
Well, Mr. Christian, I'm sure it's going to shock you that the diasporas have been the last lifeline of Nigeria economy since 2016, 2017, right? Because the diasporans, over that period, have been providing Nigerian economy the sufficient amount of dollar used by Nigerian economy to at least back its currency. But within the period of COVID-19 and today, we had an aggressive mind shift of the diasporans. Suddenly, they stopped believing in the Nigerian system. They found a way to move their money right from diaspora to their fellow Nigerians here without going through the official channel.
Official channel?
Yes, and this is why you now see that CBN will come out and say that the diaspora money is way above 50 billion, but we can't even account for more than 10%. Fela Kuti was a man that loved this country to a fault. Fela was incarcerated for nothing less than 10 years of his lifetime. Do you think Fela does not have the resources to japa? Fela could have run to England. He could have run to America. But he stood back and he faced the military. They will release him, he will still come out and still challenge them. But what happened to Nigeria? And you are telling me Nigerians are not lazy.
One of the episodes will be that sometimes he tweets about policies of the government.
Let me tell you, Peter Obi is just a normal Nigerian like we are. That's simple as that. Peter Obi is a normal Nigerian like we are. Right? A man that fought for that position, unfortunately, he is now becoming, a nightmare to us. Is Tinubu. Tinubu was a very formidable Nigerian because he fought the president tooth and nail. He condemned them outrightly, bluntly, in every word you can say. When I listen to the interrogations of Obi, I just laugh like, is this how opposition is being played? When you are opposing, you shouldn't be scared of getting arrested.
Yes.
That is what it is. Trump today, he doesn't care. If they like, look at Trump. Only Trump has about 63 court cases against him because Trump has decided not to be silent. Obi doesn't want any problem. He doesn't want to sleep in the cell for one day. A Mandela could have decided to retract all his words and he will become the golden boy of United Kingdom. But what happened to him? Look, listen, Nigerians, when I say that we are lazy, I don't regret it. I will say it 1,000. I will say it 1,000 times. You are lazy if you cannot fight for your rights. Because you know that it is easier for me to run to Ghana. Then from Ghana I go into Libya. And then I go through the seas and then I find myself in Italy. And when I get there, I start slaving my life. What job are you doing in Italy? You are doing a what? Menial jobs, right? And because you are not there, because that money is valuable than us, you come back more successful and then you tell us that you are not lazy. My brother, you cannot fight for your inheritance.
Majority of Nigerians in the diaspora, they are lazy.
Let me tell you, that's a fact. If they are not lazy, I dare them, let them come back. At least they are not rich, right? Let them come back and lead the protest. But they will not, and they will never agree. They will never accept what I'm saying now that they are not lazy.
And some people will
say that.
Respond to you.
They will say that it is the leaders. I said, listen, call the top countries today that the followers did not rise up to what we call self-realization that yes, we need to take our destiny to our hands. We the Nigerians, are we ever going to be ready to take our destiny to our hands? Is there ever going to be a day where we will be ready to take our destiny into our hands? Is there ever going to be a day?
That's the question. Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Let's see how it goes. Oh, they want to stop social media. They already want to. They are using, is it juju now? They are using to make me be deleting whatever I've done. But anyways, back to what it is. It's really sad that Tinubu is bereft of ideas. Tinubu's illegitimate government just seems to continue to go the way that this person, former President Buhari, had gone. And even like some of the things that are coming out, they've released how many thousand metric tons of grains. I'm like, really? Or these are things that Buhari did. Anyway, in fairness to Tinubu, he did say he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped for the few times that he spoke, right? But it's really so unbelievable that within a very short time, Tinubu can just prove to be worse than Buhari. The issue now is social media. So we saw a situation whereby the chief of staff to Mr. Tinubu comes out to talk about the fact that there needs to be regulation of social media. These are people who use social media to come into office. These are people who use it to express their feelings. These are people who held government accountable. But now that they are being held accountable, their only legitimate government is being held accountable, they don't want that to happen.
I'm saying the government grants duty waivers running to trillions of naira to business people or the business community to bring in goods to the country. If you gain billions of naira or trillions of naira through duty waivers, the government can simply not allow you, the government should not allow you to fix any price you like. Today, the pump price of petrol, PMS, is fixed by the NNPCL. If that had not been done, by today, the pump price will have gone to about 1,500 naira because $1 per liter. Because they said they were internationalizing the pump price of fuel. Now, why can the same government not direct the NNPCL to also control, fix the price of diesel and kerosene? Is the Nigerian Customs Service that fixes duties? The Nigerian Customs Service fixes duties for imports. But what is important?
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. It's good to be back again. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Happy weekend to you all. Today is Friday, 9th February 2024. Thank you, my people. We are continuing from where we stopped yesterday. Unfortunately, it's not getting better. It's not looking good as well. In fact, a lot of people are beginning to feel the heat right now in Nigeria. So some of the people across the country are gradually hitting the street. Yes, as you can see right there on the screen, the only title that we put there, like I normally say, we might put only one title on our thumbnail or our headline, but it doesn't mean that that is the only thing we want to talk about because we don't have space to put everything that we want to talk about on the thumbnail. But the one on the screen right now, you can see that Tinubu promised hope but renewed Nigerian hardship. Osun state protesters say so. So we're going to be taking on all that today so that you can see the plight of the people that is not looking good at all. But in the midst of all this, you are still going to see one or two satanic individuals, maybe before the broadcast finish, that will still come in to directly or indirectly to defend this satanic set of people that have been impoverishing Nigerians since God knows when, for decades. Yes, we see this satanic set of people either on the comment section or the call in and all that. But nevertheless, I trust my wonderful panelists. They are always here to counter these satanic individualisms. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. May God bless you all. Thanks for your time, your efforts, that we all are putting into this because it's a collective effort. If I give up today or you give up today, and everybody give up today, Nigeria will continue to be, or in fact, it will continue to get worse. Let's continue to do our part. This is the best that we can do. But this that we are doing is hitting them so hard. Do you know why? Today, we are also going to be taking on that. The Nigerian government are already planning to shut down social media. Remember, I talk about this so many times. Buhari did shut down Twitter during his regime. But don't think that if Tinubu want to shut down social media, is going to focus on just Twitter, now called X. No. He will make sure he shut down Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and everything. That is their contemplation. Do you know why? Because the same talking that some of you have directly or indirectly criticized us for is affecting them so hard. They don't like it. They just want you to be quiet. They want you to be quiet. But the good thing about it is that they can shut down all this social media space, but those of us that stream from abroad, they cannot shut it down. But every streamers from Nigeria, all will be shut down, except they are using VPN. But I'm not going to give them that link how to do that. If you know, that's fine. So they have power to do that in Nigeria, but they don't have the power to do it in abroad. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. This is the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, but I'd like to quickly acknowledge some of you right there on the comment section, starting with Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all you do. Thanks for being there always. Now, Godwin, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. You said Tinubu cannot shut down social media. Yeah, they can. They can shut it down from Nigeria. Why not? You know, when I was in Dubai don't allow WhatsApp. They shut it down there. So you have to use VPN and other stuff for you to be able to make WhatsApp call from Dubai. And there are many other countries that can. Yes, of course, you can do that 100%. Asamoto Bright, thank you very much for joining us. Wabo Felix, thank you very much. Mone Ferreira, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to every one of you, my wonderful people. Happy weekend to you all. I appreciate you all, my people. Kate Omoro say, thanks for joining us. Victory all the way. Timmy Dibe, thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Grace Cantidu in the building. Thanks for joining us today. Olga, I can see right there. Thanks very much for joining us. God bless you all, my people. Then we have Monday Blessing. Thanks for joining us. Oriomi Abdul Saga Daddy. Thank you, my people. Madam Tusabi in the building today. Thank you very much. Love God is my strength. Thanks for joining us, Madam. I appreciate you. Madam Helen, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I understand it's very, very critical over there. You know, most especially those of you that live there. You know, I feel your pain. Madam Helen, may God bless you all over there in Nigeria. We have Osagbovo Kwongai. Thank you very much. Adesua Osagede. Thank you, James. I can see right there. Abu Azi, thank you very much, sir, for all you do. Thank you very much. Divine Joy, Patricia Enofe, my dear sister, CXL, Nena Bona, Peter Ife, thank you very much for your super chat earlier on. God bless you all, and many others right there. I would like us to move on. Vitos Akwebele, Rita Sam, thank you very much and for joining us. God bless you all, my people. I try my best to acknowledge people, both in displaying your write-up and verbally acknowledgement. May God bless you all. I want us to move on. We still have one more video to go, but before that video, I want you to listen to this.
Please, if government work, if they cannot protest, we Yalaja, we go open our nyash, we go open our breast, we go protest. Too much suffering is too much for this country. But before you we serve, we go suffer. The suffering is too much. Please, man, find solution for this things. It's too much. Gary 2,000 naira. Since when my father bought me, I did not buy 1,000 naira pence of Gary. There's selling is 2,000 naira now. It's too much. The savannah is too much. Even the rice, the Rika one rice up to 1,200 naira. For what reason? It's too much, to buy meat. With even the Pama said rice up. Two fish for Chicago or Chicago, 1,200 naira. 3 of pieces of it. It's too much. Baba West Anuwa, Bada West Anuwa, Yayipo Ejo, Eshanuwa ti pọ̀jù, ebi ń pa wá.
Eshanuwa Tinubu, a big power Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu, a big power, Eshanuwa. We are hungry, we are suffering, come for our rescue. So that's what they're saying right there, if I'm not mistaken. Appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your time. I can see Madam Origin just coming in. Good evening to you, Madam. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you always, always, always. Rosie Ayosh, I can see just coming in as well. Good evening to you, Madam. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that is the situation now. That is our Yoruba sisters there crying. And we also have protesters that are, crying earlier on in Osun State. So a lot of things is going all right now in Nigeria. It's terrible. But before I would go on other stuff, I've posted out a link for those of you that want to join us today, Friday. Click on the link and join us here. But let's quickly listen to Rufai here. Over Tinubu saying that everybody should practice patriotism. Yes, in every endeavors, you must practice it. Be proud of your country. Talk the good side of your country. Do everything possible to embrace everything about your country. Nigeria is our country. We are here. Sometimes it might be hard, but we remain here. We go nowhere. That was Tinubu. But unfortunately, Tinubu just returned back from France just less than 48 hours ago. What that means is that the commoners, the common citizens, most especially the gullible ones, if you are sick today, how do you treat yourself? Let's assume you cannot travel. Do you have the fund to treat yourself in Nigeria? It's terrible. When you see people fight for these people, sometimes I ask myself, the privileges that these guys have, using your resources to enrich themselves for their family, their immediate and extended family, then you fight for them just because it's from your village. It's baffling. Yes, it's baffling. Anyway, let's move on. What do I know? Let's listen to what Rufai have to say here quickly.
I'll take the three stories. Number one, I support what President Tinubu said. Yes. In fact, let me give him a quote. President Kennedy said, "Seek not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." And I like that fact here. We relaunch the pledge. But also, we must ask, what is Nigeria doing for Nigerians? You want them to be patriotic? What are you doing? You see, it's not that Nigerians are not patriotic. Nigerians are one of the most patriotic set of people I know in my life. But when you have a government and a political class that fails them constantly, then they start to ask questions. You think Nigerians are not patriotic, that people died out of shock in a football game? Look at that established businessman in Abidjan. Despite the fact that he lives in another country, he's so passionate about Nigeria. That's why in the stadium he passed out of shock. Nigerians love this country, but the government fails in their own parts. So, President Tinubu, yes, you say we should relaunch the pledge. I also have something for Nigerians. I want us to be singing every day. It's the second stanza of the national anthem that says, "O God of creation," especially our leaders, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know. Our leaders helping our youth the truth to know. Are they not the funding and inciting our youth for ethnic bigotry online? Our political class can come out and swear that they have not paid social media influencers to bait ethnic bigotry in time of election. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and true. Can we say we are living in a just and true society? Great lofty heights attained. We will attain great lofty heights if there's just and true and our leaders do well. To build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Can we say our political class are ensuring peace and justice should reign in our country? That's one case. Secondly, concerning the army, I think what they said is a lie. Just like what President Tinubu said is a lie. I have nothing with them. We support them. But the army too should introspect. Dr. But you said they used to clap for military men in the airport in America. At a point in time, Nigerian army too had that prestige in this country. They still do. The other day I was overlooking the street and I saw the Nigerian army in the parade on a road here. They were clapping. People were out on the streets clapping for them. They had a parade. They used to, but I would disagree with you slightly, Oji. Okay, I don't think they have that prestige again. I saw the parade though. I know. They were clapping for them. People were running outside. My opinion now, I don't think they have that prestige again. Formerly, they used to do in this country. Anytime you mention army, people, army, soldier today, soldier. But when you start to see errant officers in the military beating up civilians, perpetrating all sorts of actions,
no, that should be condemned.
We condemn these things. So these are the things that make it. And when you also see people try to give the military information, and the information they have, they are not safe as regards it. But at the same time, the people too should support the military because, I'm happy they've sent Nigerians at war. And I want to give special commendation to this Major General.
He's fantastic.
He's been saying a lot of good things. Yes. I like the man.
He's fantastic.
I like him. If he's I like him a lot. He knows how to, he was one that said, we no go green.
You know, yeah.
He knows how to inspire and rally the troops.
When I read it, and he's honest. He said it.
And he's honest about it. So these are the kind of things we support. So we will support if they to do it. But most importantly, why the Nigerians renew their pledge every time? The government too should ask themselves, do they fulfill section 14, subsection 2 of the Constitution that said the security of the life and property of every Nigerian is the responsibility of the government?
I like that. Well said, Rufai. We'll take another story. The governor of Nigeria.
Okay, I'm just going to stop that right there. We're not going to play much videos today. That is the end of all the videos that we have for you guys today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I'm going to take on articles right now so that we can start talking. Thank you very much. I can see a couple of you already calling in. Please allow me finish these articles, then we'll take it from here, from there. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Let's start with this particular one here with me. Bear with me. Let me quickly put this on the screen. Guys, do your part. Press on the like button. Help us to share as well. Let our voices go far. The situation of our country right now is not pleasant. Okay, there you go. Nigerians suffering of post-independence economic crisis under Tinubu. Amnesty International. And I talk this one. I'd like us to quickly take one or two paragraphs from this. Then we'll take it from here. Amnesty International has lamented skyrocketing inflation in Nigeria, saying citizens are suffering one of the worst post-independence economic crises under President Bola Tinubu. The human rights organization raised the alarm over the increasing cost of living, many citizens unable to meet basic needs under President Bola Tinubu's watch. In series of tweets on Friday, Nigeria's sky-high inflation has sharply increased the cost of living. Millions of people are increasingly unable to meet the cost of education, food, and healthcare. This is one of the worst economic crises in the country's post-independence. Amnesty International, and I talk this one. So they went on. Let's take this. It charged Mr. Tinubu and governors across the states to address widespread hunger and poverty, endangering citizens' rights to education and health. The Nigerian authorities must urgently prioritize addressing widespread hunger, higher unemployment, and the rapidly falling standard of living. Amnesty noted the right to education, health, and adequate standard of living are all affected, forcing millions of people to live hand to mouth. The human rights organization alarms on Nigeria's inflation came a few days after citizens hit the street in protest over the high cost of food in Niger and Kano. In response to public outcry on the rising cost of food driven by the galloping inflation, Mr. Tinubu directed the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to release about 42,000 metric tons of grain, including maize, millet, and garri on Thursday. I don't know how they will do this, but we are looking forward to that. On Wednesday, People Gazette published a market survey showing prices of virtually all food items have sharply increased by almost 100% in the past 9 months since Mr. Tinubu assumed office. I remember we reported that here as well. Well, I'm just going to leave this one right there. And I pound at the see so they use topic. They let us know, say, no worry, life go better for when I make on calm down about it today hot. That's what EPA is saying right there. So for those of you that want to join us, yes, let me repost the link again. I only have only one person here with me for now. We are just going to take it. You know, I still, please call us. Hold on. I still have, I'm not done yet. I only just wanted to talk to panelists for now. Let me quickly take this and we take it from here, my people. I appreciate you all. Let me bring another one for you quickly. But you do your part. Do your part by pressing on that like button. Help us to share. All right. Okay, I'll quickly just take this, you know, although we've talked about it, but it's good to cement it with this article before this satanic set of people we say, oh, Nigeria Watch talk something that is not in existence. This one is coming from the Chief of Staff, you know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu Chief of Staff, Gbajabiamila. Nigerians knocked Tinubu's Chief of Staff, Gbajabiamila, over calls for social media regulation. Okay, let's take this one. Gbajabiamila, while representing President Bola Tinubu at the launch of a book written by the Babatunde Fashola, former Minister of Works, on Thursday in Lagos, stressed the importance of accurate information in policy formulation and national development. Nigerians on X platform, formerly Twitter, have lambasted the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, over the purported plan to regulate social media platform in the country. So this one, I'll just move on because there is sort of not be small for there. So I'll leave it right there so that we can just move on. Guys, do your part. Do your part. I've not checked. I'm not even checking anything right now, but I'd like you guys to start by pressing on that like button. I'll check it later on. You know, we have 300 people already watching us, so please help us to do that. Please hold on. I'll pick us. Just let me quickly finish with this first. Meanwhile, the final, you know, as you all know, the final of the Super Eagles, the Africa Cup of Nations, will be Sunday. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have indicated now that he will be going there. You know, he will go there himself, go watch them, go celebrate with them. You know, I don't know. And I know say, make I keep my words for now. But meanwhile, let's take this one quickly. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing, you know. But I remember where where Buhari do similar thing that time. I know it happened. Nigerian's President Tinubu watched Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire match live in Abidjan. So I'm not going to take on this. I just wanted you guys to see that, you know, headlines is what we are passing on right now. Please do your part. Press on the like button. We're almost there. Call us, make on your exercise some patience, make on our way to God. Okay, let me see this one because I would like to bring this one in because this one surprised me. But you know, say that's what they hear this thing. You know, say when we see good thing with the life, make we showcase them as well. If only it becomes reality. Tinubu signs amended Electricity Act bill. What does that mean? Let's take it. President Bola has assented Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2024 into law. Then what does that mean? So another question. The special advisor to the president of media and publicity, Ajuri Ngale, announced this in a statement on Friday. He said the Electricity Act Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to address the development and environmental concerns of host communities and set aside 5% of the actual annual operating expenditures of power generating companies, GNCO, from the preceding year for the development of their respective host communities. What does that still mean? Because for me, when it comes to electricity, like what I want to hear is that yes, we are going to start having the permanent lights, because it's disgraceful to know that we are still in darkness in Nigeria till today. But meanwhile, I'm not going to expatiate on that. Is a headline. So whatever it means, I pray it comes out positively. I can see some of you on the backstage. Please bear with me. I'm not looking at all. I'm focusing on what I'm doing right now. Let me just finish my presentation. Okay. Una know, say during the time that last match where we played so with South Africa, Unfortunately, a lot of people died during the march. That is so pathetic. To be honest, it's pathetic. I was hearing this one die while I was watching, where they were taking penalty. The other one, what happened? Very pathetic. May their souls rest in peace. But because of that, there's this information here. Nigerians with heart conditions warned against AFCON final. In case you want to watch the match, you have a heart condition, please stay away from it, because of we don't know what will happen to avoid the story that touch. So I'm not going to expatiate on that as well. Like I said, I just wanted to present everything that I have here for you. I think I still have then I'll take some calls, because they want to use calls. They tear my head for a year. I could I just hold on first. Let me take everything that I have for you guys here. I think I still have one more. Okay, yes, let's quickly take this. The last one. Yeah, the last one. Yay. We're almost there. We're almost there. Say on this platform, all we present for you is 100% facts. Because of the satanic set of people that is watching us, waiting for them to fail, we don't come here to based on assumption. We put it to you to see and where it's coming from. So we actually work with third parties. As you can see, that one right there on the screen, hope, but renewed Nigerians hardship protesting Osun resident says this. So I'd like us to quickly take this one here. The latest demonstration came a few days after the Minna and Kano state residents protested the prevailing hardship following Mr. Tinubu's economic policies. The protesting Osun resident mailing youth said the country's economic situation, particularly the hike in food prices, was no longer affordable and bearable. They went on. The protester displayed placard with various inscriptions such as "Nigerians are suffering, we can't cope again. We are humans, stop mistreating the citizens and change the unfavorable policies," among others. The chairman of Osun Civil Society Coalition, Wahid Lawan, who spoke on behalf of the protesters, said the high cost of living is sending many Nigerians to their early graves. Then he went on. Mr. Lawan noted that Nigerians deserve the best under Mr. Tinubu, threatening that the federal government should expect more protests from the masses or find solution to the hardship ravaging the nation. So he went on, quote, Nigerians deserve the best. They promised us renewed hope, but what they are giving us now is renewed hardship. We reject renewed hardship in our lives, our economy, because Nigerians deserve the best. We have started this struggle today, and if the government fails to listen to us, we will continue to mobilize our people to protest this hardship, because enough is enough, he lamented. We stress that the economy continues to worsen over the present administration. Mr. Lawan also said the security challenges was taking its toll on the people. Mr. Lawan went on, unquote, what Nigeria wants is peaceful atmosphere. We don't want insecurity in our land again. We can't travel from Osogbo to Ibadan without panicking. You will be thinking that they will kidnap you, said Mr. Lawan, who cited the abductions of traditional rulers in recent times. Every government that fails to provide security for the lives of the citizens is no longer a government. What we are saying is simple. We are ready to face the government in this hardship, and we are marathon runners, he added. In a temporary response to the tension in the country and growing food crisis, Mr. Tinubu ordered the immediate release of more than 102,000 metric tons of grain types from National Food Reserve and Rice Millers Association of Nigeria on Thursday. So I will leave that one right there for you guys as well. Although they went on, but I'm going to leave it. I think I've read the most important part of it already. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. I think it's time for us to start talking. But I'd like to pick the first call of today, which is coming from Mr. Innocent. Mr. Innocent, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Oh, yes. Yes, Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I want to pick up on some of the presentation. First, I want to talk about the guy, that was saying that Nigerians are lazy and all that. I can agree with him to an extent, because for Nigerians to see what is going on in Nigeria, and the only thing they could do is to believe in Jaguar. And then, like it was rightly said, those of us that are in abroad here now, we cannot begin to say, let's go back to demonstrate or to help people in Nigeria. Right is right, because we are doing fine here. Okay. Now, we're doing fine doesn't mean that Nigeria is doing fine. Now, I would take, because some of us that came out from Nigeria, the time we came out, for me, I left Nigeria in 82. Nigeria was super good in 82. If I don't know how old you are, Mr. Elvis, maybe Nigeria was super. That's the exchange rate. I went to London. I spent there was 500 naira BTA. When I converted the 500 naira BTA and I took it to Britain. Now, when I went to the bank, Barclays Bank, to go and deposit this money, do you know that the bank manager, they were looking at me from the window, looking at, how can this guy have this kind of money? The cashier that I went to, I said, look, I want to draw my money. I want to draw my money cash. He went and was like, in the office there, calling other managers. They were checking again my file and all that. I said, it's my money and I want it cash. That time, Nigerian money was heavy before Thatcher, began to do what she did and crash Nigerian economy. Now, my leaving Nigeria then was to go to school, after school, go back home. Because my counterparts, some of them that were working, I was working in Julius Berger then. There was money, Julius Berger was a contractor in Nigeria. There was money all over the place. So now, before I finished, Nigeria tumbled. So many people started leaving Nigeria, coming to Britain, coming out. Now, this continued until today. I take, with the guy, Nigerians, they are lazy. Not that they are just generally lazy. They don't want to do anything that, is going to make them do extra thing. Now, look at the people that, I saw some 2 videos, because when I was in Nigeria and I left, I wasn't paying attention to politics. I didn't even know anybody that was, governor or president or whatever about politics. I began to pay attention in politics, call it this 2023. That's when I started, paying attention about politics. Now, these people that are, demonstrated, when I saw them, people that they said they demonstrated when Goodluck Jonathan was in power. I saw this, they showed a video of this man, what is his name? Wole Soyinka and
Okay.
Oshiba, I think Oshibajo. No, not Oshibajo. This guy from Bender. I don't know.
Oshomole.
You remember?
Oshomole,
correct. Oshomole. So I saw that, those placards. Now, these people, my thinking is that these people did this because the person that was there is a Southerner. It's a Southerner. When I say Southerner, I mean Southeast and Eastern region. That's why all these Yoruba people, I'm not saying, all the Yoruba people, but the people that I see in that video, that placard that, they shut down Lagos, Nigeria, was mainly from there. But right now, that their own person is there. These people cannot come out because they compared how much the hardship then to the hardship today, which is something that you can't tell, you can't even write home about. But up till now, these people are saying, give him chance, give him chance, give him time, give him time. But none of them are coming out to say anything. Now, the guy that you were showing said, P2B, it's not, he should have come out like, he made mention of Fela Anikulapo, that he was arrested and this and all
Nelson
that.
Mandela as well.
Exactly. P2B, from his nature, he's a very gentle man. He's gentle. And he has never said that, he will die to make sure that Nigeria changes. Now, if P2B was the person that is there today, I bet you these people, Wole Soyinka and all this Oshomole, they would have started, coming out again. But you see, they are quiet now because this person is from the West. And then the Northerners too, like somebody was saying on your show here, that the Northerners, the Westerners, and the Northerners, they team up. Yeah, actually, they team up. And the people that are getting this team up, the punishment is the Igbos, the Southeast, and Southeast. If this person was P2B, these people would not sit down quietly now and be saying, give Obi chance, give Obi chance. And I bet you, if P2B was the person that is seen there and saw that he could not do this, that people are I bet you he would have resigned. He would have left it that no, he has failed the country. You understand? This is my thing.
Okay.
Nigerians. No, are you cutting me off?
No, you are talking for 7 minutes. Round up, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, what else can I say? But I mean, you got what I'm saying.
Yes, of course. Everybody's listening to you, sir.
Listeners got what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the situation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Innocent. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me quickly take another call. We have Madam Origin with us. Thank you very much, Madam Origin. Good evening to you, ma'am. Please talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Hello, my people. Let me get this out very quickly. A lot of people that despondents, they are looking for your government do something, or the government is not looking your way. Please, if you are looking for a place to heal, come to Niger Watch TV. It's a therapy place for all hurting Nigerians. We are here to, vent. We are here to educate ourselves. We are here to, reminisce over all that is going on. Maybe somehow find a solution, an answer. So welcome everyone to Niger Watch TV.
Thank you,
everyone, Mr. Niger Watch. Thank you for this candlelight you're holding. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. And our panelists, I say thank you all. And for everyone, Mama Diaspora, God bless you, ma, for giving Nigeria a good son that is not causing hiccup and heartache to the masses. I go straight to this street Agbadorian surrogate. That came with his word salad mix, cabbage and garbage and baggage of nonsense. He said diasporans should come and fight for him. After they pay you. Look at him. He's looking well. He's looking well. Whatever they give you, bring out change. Go. There are some people around you there that need money for lunch. Give them some of them. And he was talking about how diasporans were not bringing their dollars straight to central bank. The one where they get to central bank, what did they do with it? They went and gave it back to the people they give it to. You see, some of these Agbadorians are becoming very irritant. Let me rest it there. And for the guy that just spoke, he said something, this thing sometimes it kind of makes me, I'm a little amazed at how Nigerians love to float their cash, which is one of the major problems we are having because, like someone said, our leaders are so short-sighted. They just want to carry the money cash, floating cash everywhere. It is only in Nigeria that you see someone gather, as they're seeing it, it makes them happy. Instead of you to invest, when this country is going to start getting corrected is when they invest the money. Invest the money. In those 80s and 90s and 60s he was talking about, I remember when they did this with Dodgy, there was too much money. They now gave sharing money, and before you know it. But as you are looking, investment was what depleted in their brain. So please, everybody should stop talking about those good old days. It was misused. There wasn't much investment into infrastructure. And even as I'm saying it, a lot of those of them that benefited from whatever, what do you call it? Some of them that went abroad on scholarship, a large percentage were not beneficiaries to it. So it still boils down to the same thing we are talking about, how some places are so marginalized, they don't even know what to do. Everything they do is whatever they can do for themselves. I go to please, Rufai, thank you so much. Rufai Oseni, God bless you. Please continue with the fire. I like when he said the security of the life and property of Nigerians is the responsibility of the government. And when he said what is Nigeria doing for Nigerians? The country, the people are suffering. When they are their own police, they are their own water and electric supplier. And the government is there losing money like crazy. Where do you see this level of kleptomaniac, elders stealing like rats? Somebody stealing 109 billion. What are you people doing with it? Is this not a level of insanity? If this is not insanity, what do you call it? That somebody with his koro, when I say it is kleptomaniac tendency, how can they please vacate that office and let normal human beings take over and fix this country? The Nigerian people are suffering. And please, don't forget, we have already been told, it's all over media, it's on the internet, that the government is responsible for the insecurity. If you are responsible for the insecurity, how can the people be safe? Please, someone do something. God bless you, Mr. Niger Watch. I rested there.
Thank you very much, man. God bless you too. Thank you. Okay, let me take more calls, guys. Please bear with me. May God bless every one of you for your patience with us. We have Mr. Chimeze with us as well. Mr. Chimeze, please quickly talk to us. Guys, help us to press on that like button and help us to share as well. Let our voices go for the situation in our country in good right now. Thank you very much, sir, for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, Niger, thank you for picking my call or calling me back.
Yes, sir.
I greet everyone that are listening to us this evening or this afternoon. I want to say, when you did a wrong thing, like when you do something that's starting your mind, your heartbeat will beating inside you, you know that you did a wrong. So that's what is disturbing this government. They know that still. Because when you did bad thing, when you steal, your mind will never be at rest. No way. Everything you'll be doing, you will be getting it wrong, until you go beg for forgiveness. That's how you will get it right. You offend so many people, but you pretend that you never did anything. You pretend that you never in your life did wrong. So that is what is disturbing this Balablu government. I pity them. I pity Nigerians that they are going through hell right away. Their renewed hope is renew hopeless. That's what it means. Is renew hope is renew hopeless, because there's no hope. Nigeria is hopeless now. Like what you said yesterday. Somebody that we all together when I was in Nigeria, we serve we are the same online business. But he was chatting me yesterday. Please, can you help me out, even if they have bag of rice? So you see that what we are saying here is true. Everybody's Nigeria have turned to beggar. Nigeria to have turned even tiger. If they see you and maybe you dress proper, they will rush you. It's crazy. In terms of then there's something Falano was saying. The customs issues. Now, when you put hike in duties, how people will make it and bring the goods in? That means some people will say, no, I can't go there. It's making money for government. And what government is doing, they are reaping from us. They are reaping from importers. Because the money go to government pocket. If they see that they don't have money, then they will put more money on the duty, so that if you bring the money will go to them. Instead of government give to their masses, you individually giving government. How on earth is happening? In this America, palliative, government will give you palliative, give you money. They will count you on your family, each family member. If you're 5, if you're 10, if you're 6, they will take it how much they will give the family. But Nigeria, no. Instead, if the palliative comes, they will hide it, they will store it, they want to use it to do their stupid foolishness campaign. When they recover it after the pandemic, the masses now recover, now see everything. The rulers, I call the rulers not leaders. They're not helping masses. They're not helping all of them. They are talking. Then he want to crush people that are using on social media. That the dictatorship. Why you want to do that? Because we are giving you hard time because of the evil thing you're doing. Because of the evil government. They are evil. This government, they don't want people to rise up, to get up and go even eat 3 square meal. No, everybody's begging on the street. It's too much on this government. Let them bring the issue of do this, import duties, so people can ship things to Nigeria. Everybody has stopped shipping. I'm telling you, all my friends, even me, I don't ship any car, anything again. Because it's that I want to go and give Nigerian government money. No, my high-end money here is very, very important to me. Instead, I give any other person, any other people that say, please, I'm hungry. I can do that, send some money to them. But shipping container, shipping cars, hey, no, not no more. Until this government get things right, get things working. So that time I will say, okay, let me start shipping back again. I won't do that. So that's how millions of people right here already stop shipping stuff. Then how the country will get better? it will get worse. You're telling them renewed hope is coming, and your renewed hope is renewed hopeless. Nigeria watch, believe me.
Thank you.
Nigeria is heading to, I don't know, if I say they are heading to doom, I don't know how I'm going to put it. It's too much on them. It's too much on the government. The masses need to get up and do the needful. Don't wait when people say, oh, go and protest. I can promise, let's go and protest. Then, okay, Nigeria is playing football now. After they win the game, everybody happy. Then wait, let Nigeria win this game. You will hear the gullible APC what they're going to say about them. They say, oh, and in Bala Blue regime, Super Ego have made it. That's what they're going to say. The gullible ones, the stupid ones.
Okay,
say,
no,
yes,
no need of that. Don't use that word, sir. Stupid, please.
All right, I don't watch. So I'm telling you, the gullible ones, they will come out in social media. Oh, they will not refer to Buhari. Buhari, Nigeria never make anything. It's them. He says, see, through is working. No, he's doing. He got to win the Nations Cup. So this government is all about they believe in force. Everything, all they are doing is force.
All right.
Everything they do is force.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. Our callers, we still have, okay, let me quickly return one more call so that we can take it from here. Vitals is calling in. Please speak on time. Thank you very much, sir, for calling in. I just got your missed call. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Niger Watch.
Thank you, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead. Thank you very much. Good evening to you.
Yeah, I thank you very much for your efforts you are putting to make Nigeria good. May God bless you and your family.
Amen.
For the things you are doing for Nigerians.
Thank you, sir.
Let me just put a little presentation on the points you say you presented today. In the first place, P2B is quite different from Nelson Mandela. What he fought for, what Nelson Mandela fought for is different from P2B. That is in the first place. This young man, P2B, is a really Nigerian that wants Nigeria to move forward. And he doesn't want any protest. Because if he does that, you know what Nigeria is all about. They will label it maybe one of a protest from IPOB. So that is number one. The second one is the social media these people want to stop. Yeah, it is really hitting their heart because they know Nigerians cannot keep quiet. Even if they can do it in Nigeria, they cannot do it for people outside the world, outside Nigeria, like we in Diaspora. I thank you for every effort you are putting to make sure that we get good governance in Nigeria.
Thank you, sir.
Since this year, the only good news Nigeria has ever had is the winning of Super Eagles. You see, there was jubilation everywhere, and that is how it's supposed to be, irrespective of where you come from. If you are good, you have to represent the country. That is what is a nation all about. You see, Nigeria, when I look at it, the formulation of the country, I see it's not one nation. When an Igbo man will hate an Hausa man will hate an Igbo man. When a Yoruba man will hate an Igbo man, an Igbo man will hate a Yoruba man. That means we have never started. See, there are some people that are in this platform, most especially somebody like Tony Africa. I saw the way you talked to him yesterday. I really appreciate how you spoke to him, because that young man is in this platform, but he's not one of us. He's a member of APC, and it's a tribal by God. Such people don't need to be in this platform. He voted for Tinubu not because of the integrity, the capacity, what this man can deliver to Nigerians, but rather because he's a Yoruba man, because he's affiliated to Yoruba, as he said he's from Benin. Okay. I don't know where he's living, whether he's in Africa or...
All right, that's fine. You can't spend too much time talking about just one person, sir. That's fine. You've highlighted that.
Okay. So, I thank Rufai for what he's doing. He's doing a great job. I like that. He's doing well. I like that. And I thank all the panelists, what they're doing. We keep on trying to see how the country can be good. For me, I don't mind where anybody comes to rule the country, but what I need is good governance for the country. I thank you very much. Great things to everyone on the comment section, all the panelists, and all concerned Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you too. Thank you. All right. Please, can we okay, let me take one more last call, please. Bear with us. We don't even have much people on the panel. I think we are just 6 here. Thank you, Mr. Ben. You were calling in. I'm trying to call you back. Are you there, Mr. Ben?
Thank you, Mr. Ben. You were calling in. Yes, good afternoon, Owale. I greet you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
I also want to greet everybody on the panel. You people are doing an amazing job. Thank you very much for all you do for the betterment of our country, Nigeria. I'm looking at your headline. It says Tinubu promised of renewed Nigerians hardship. Protesting Osun resident says. See, the thing I'm looking at right now is just medicine after death. You know, the time they should have protested was when INEC was announcing those results. You know, when INEC was announcing those results, and it was clear as day that election was rigged. That was the point Nigerians should have said, no, we are not accepting this. They should have stood up and protested. If they had protested, all of these problems we're going through right now would have been avoided. But right now, all this protest and all that, it doesn't hold any kind of water again, because the damage has been done already. You get what I'm saying? The damage has been done already. You know, so let's Tinubu do whatever he wants to do for 4 years. If he wants to destroy the country, let him destroy the country. Then after 4 years, let's try again. I know it's going to be very hard this time, because he will have put all of his machinery in place, you know, to make sure the election is rigged again. But Nigerians need to stand up to these people. The people controlling this country, they are less than 2% of the entire country's population. So why are we docile? Why can't we take action? So that's what I'm saying. We should have taken that action when the results were being announced, you know, last year.
Peter Obi told everybody to calm down. Peter Obi told everybody to calm down. Let's say it how it is.
You and I know Peter Obi, you know, like Wahala.
That's what I'm saying. But everybody listened to him. So he told us to calm down. So
the same Bible says, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and not the violence they take on by force. I'm not saying we should start, you know, buying everybody or going to politicians and be buying them. I'm not saying we should be doing what they should have done. They should have taken that mandate by force, you know, through their voice, by hitting the streets. Think about it. If 150 million Nigerians hit the streets and protest, the eyes of the world would have been on that country, and they wouldn't have announced that result. But now it's medicine after death.
Okay.
So that's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ben. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, callers, I'm done. I'm done with you for now. I'll come back to you guys again later on. Let me focus on the panelists. Thank you very much, everybody that joined us today, that is right there listening to us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Happy weekend to you all. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much. So let's start talking. But before we start talking, I have this video that I would like us to quickly listen to here. It's a short video, about 1 or 2 minutes long video. Let's quickly listen to this, and then we'll take it from here. Thank you.
Tí mo gbé nǹkan wá síwájú ẹ̀ tó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi tẹ̀lé àwọn pípì láti ṣiṣẹ́ fún un. Bọ́ nígbà tí ojú bá ń pọ́n kinní kan, àwòdì àwọn pípì púpọ̀ máa ń bá wọn rà èèyàn kan la ṣiṣẹ́ fún láti torí ẹ̀ tá tẹ̀lé. Òun lẹ́nu sí Olúọmọ tẹ́yìn náà mọ̀ gbogbo ló mọ̀. Ṣé ẹni tí mo ti lọ bá tí mo gbé nǹkan wá síwájú ẹ̀ tó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi?
Ṣé tóun bá òun náà bá ní nǹkan tó bá gbé fún mi?
Ó ti yé, mo gbé nǹkan wá síwájú ó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi. Ó tún assist mi níbì kan tó help mi pé yá nǹkan yóò yá ń gbà pé yá màá tún ṣe nǹkan báyìí tó dẹ̀ ṣe. Tó wá tí mo wá lóore kankan tí mò ń ṣe fún tó wá bá mi pé ẹ wá ẹ̀pọ̀ ọmọ yẹn ọmọ mi ni kó náà wá ṣe nǹkan báyìí ṣé mo ní dá lóhùn.
Ẹ̀tọ́ yín dáhùn. Ọmọ ewu wá sí ọmọlúàbí gan dáhùn.
Nǹkan tó fa púpọ̀.
Okay, I will ask our brother here, give us a minute to tell us what that man was saying. I don't understand that part. But meanwhile, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Let me call on Give Us a Mandate. Please talk to us. Good evening to you. Please take us through on that particular video what the gentleman there was saying. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening to you, Mr. Helvis.
Thank you.
Good evening to the panelists. Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Thank God it's Friday. Comment section greetings. Greetings to everyone out there doing the bidding for the nation. What we're doing here is a fight for the nation. Is a fight for humanity. Is a fight for the soul of the country. And greetings to everybody, greetings to everybody, greetings to everybody. Mommy Diaspora, we greet you. Thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. If elderly women like this can be out here. Do you know one thing? Whenever I go back to go watch the premiere, like today you put this one back there tomorrow morning as a premiere. You know the comment I always see there? Mama Diaspora's comment all the time. Because when I go back to go listen to this just to hear myself and see where I spoke, and then just to learn from other people. And the only comment is Mama Diaspora. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And Madam Marine Finance, Mr. Johnson, everybody, we greet you all. Thank you. What that person was basically saying in that video is that they worked for Tinubu. They are actually artists. They work for Tinubu because, but let me say it in Yoruba, MC Omera. Let me say that. That's why I mean, Twitter will not go understand that. So, or YouTube no go understand that. So they did all they did for Tinubu because of MC, and now they are all lamenting. They are all suffering. They all regret why they do all of that. But like that caller said earlier, this is now medicine after this. And based on the first video that you showed, right, the panel on the street, that man said something. He said transparency. Now, the reason why we come here every day, or as much as we have the time to log into this channel, is on the fact that people see the transparency, the honesty, the fight for the nation on this platform. People are standing, people are saying the truth, people are saying their mind, and so it's not far fetched from the video that my Eastern brothers did for you, because they believe that you stand for the interests of the common man and you are transparent. We are not perfect people, but as much as we have the energy, we tell Nigerians the truth. and people in diaspora. One key fundamental principle of a good government is transparency. Transparency. Now, if you look at what Moghalu did on Channel some days ago, it was not transparent. Buhari was already 4 years into his administration before COVID hit, right? Now, basically, most countries of the world have gotten out of COVID. Moghalu is still referring back to COVID that happened during Buhari's regime. That is lack of transparency. And so you see that panel on the street saying that transparency. These guys are not transparent. And like one of the callers said, okay, now all of these guys going to they are going to Ivory Coast or wherever they are hosting the African nation, Cup of Nations, right? Did they even tell you the budget? How much it costs them to travel to that place? Have Nigerians asked themselves? Because I'm sure Shetima did not go on his own personal money. He went on the country's money. Was there a budget for that? Maybe yes, maybe not. Now, they just told you that Bala Blue is going to sit to watch the final in that country. What serious president watch his own country goes down and is going to sit down? I mean, I'm not against anybody enjoying themselves. He's going to sit down to watch that. But is there a budget for that? Maybe yes, maybe not. Transparency. Now, subsidy removal. Was it removed? Was it not removed? Nigerians are not even sure if subsidy has been removed or not. What happened? Transparency. Betta Edu, was she suspended? Is she still the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs or not? Nigerians don't know. Transparency. Bumi Ojo, Minister of Interior, was he suspended? Is he still in the office as a Minister of Interior? Nigerians don't even know. Transparency. So all of these things they span from the area of transparency, that the government lack transparency. They are not true to themselves. They are not true to the people. They are not even true to the world. So that was a profound statement from that man. And why is Nigerians suffering today? Why are Nigerians suffering today? Because of what? Lack of transparency. Now, lack of transparency make them rig election. Now, they don't sit down for office to come govern. They know if you do them, they won't use mago take govern. You cannot rig election and read good governance. No, it can never happen. So, it's just to give credit to that panel on the street. Transparency is a key fundamental principle of every working government all over the world. Key principle. But who is in power today? Bala Blue, Bulu Blah, different from this town hall is different from Bala Blue, Bulu Blah. Is the one in power. He went to Chatham House. He told the world in Chatham House that he call it a team ship. He said he has a team ship. That team ship is sinking their ship now. Team ship. That Ribadu, El-Rufai is going to be head of something. When they ask him, what will you do about this? He said, I will hand it over to this person. I will hand over to that person. Hey, Bulu Blah, who you hand over earth to? Who you hand over power to? That was what Bulu Blah told you while he was in Chatham House. Lack of transparency. And that was what he did in Lagos. And that's why Lagos is where it is today. Lack of transparency made the wife said they don't depend on Nigerian money to live. Have you asked yourself, the woman that begged, is it 1 million naira or 10 million naira from the hand of the wife of the vice president, in quotes, today can single-handedly give $100,000, not naira now, not CDs, not cowries, $100,000 to the government of a foreign country while your own people are suffering? Transparency. In quotes, wife of the president, in quotes, pastor in the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Transparency. Now, that is the fundamental problem, fundamental issue. But is it far-fetched from the character that sits on the throne, in quote, as a president? Not far-fetched, because that is the element that you find in criminals, in drug barons, certificate forgers, dual citizenship holders, people that rig themselves into power. They lack transparency. Is it not clear? When Chicago said this certificate, maybe I may not say the way they said, may not look, it may look like our certificate, but it did not emanate from Chicago State University. We did not issue the certificate. That means he forged it. That means what? Lack of what? Transparency. And so if you now put everything together, it's going to build up. That leader you showed earlier crying in that video. See, Mr. Elvis, I am the most happiest person on this platform. Why? Because when the going was tough, people like me were still here. And I keep telling them, do not vote for this character. Do not vote for these elements. I am a Yoruba person, born and raised in Lagos State. I spent most of my life in Lagos State. In fact, I was born in one of the thickest parts of Lagos State. And so I know this element, I know this character. And so when we tell people don't vote for this person, it's going to get bad, it's going to get worse. No, they said, no, now he's doing it. So why are you crying? Lack of transparency. Now, if you now look at the social media clamp down, what again? Transparency. I sent you another video. In the US, Madison, I think is the Madison, maybe Madison high school. Students left their class, high school students left their classrooms. Why? Because they're going to seize their phones. They're going to ban cell phone. In school, United States of America, they all walked out of the school. They walked out. They protested. They left their classroom and started videoing. Because what? Every damn person got their right over here. Sometimes I do something to my little boy. He says, Daddy, don't do that. Don't do that to me. And this boy is just 4 years old. He said, Daddy, don't do that to me. Because they understand their civil right. They understand their rights. But now, the government of a nation is going to ban social media because the people of that nation expose what they do to the world. How is that not lack of transparency and wickedness to humanity? Okay, now, what advice do you think I should offer them on not banning social media? Should you even ban social media in the first place? When the world is not talking about chat GPT, you have AIs all over the world. In fact, bros, I said Buhari took us 20 years back. If you watch the recent video that Aisha did about nurses, she said Buhari took us 50 years backward. AIs, intelligence, things are evolving all over the world. And Nigeria is just blacked out. My wife was telling me some days ago that even COVID-19 that we think maybe people are saying just happened, it has been for only God knows how long it has been. But there was no vaccine now. The vaccine breakthrough came and everything happened. West Nigeria, still backward. But do you know one thing? We have Nigerians all over the world as surgeons, medical directors, even here in the United States. But the people that sit in power, they lack the intelligence to galvanize these Nigerians together. Hey, guys, come back home. Let's put our own country back together. I bet you, Mr. Elvis, you don't need to travel out of Nigerians to get young Nigerians that can restore power back to Nigeria. You have them in Anambra. People using water to power generator, using gas to power generator. You have children building planes. But the people that sit in power, they lack they have lost touch with reality. The world has gone and left them, and that's why Peter Obi is far away from them, because he deals on international policy, international politics and policy. These guys don't have monetary policy in place, and that's why CBN is going down, and there's no fiscal policy in place. Now, the only responsibility that you now have, okay, if Fashola told you that it is not Tinubu's right to provide water or light yesterday, is it Tinubu's civic right to ban Twitter or social media in Nigeria? Is that not wickedness? But because they don't want the world to know the evil that they do. So rising cost is going to continue. Things are going to go down. But if this man say patriotic, Nigeria may be patriotic. How patriotic are you, sir? Thank you very much. I yield the mic. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Give us a mandate. Thanks for your wonderful submission. Let's quickly move on so that we can hear from other panelists that we have here. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. Please, I'd like you to talk to us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
good,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone, to all the panelists, those that are listening. I appreciate all. I appreciate you all. Mr. Give us our mandate. You've set it up. In fact, one of the areas I wanted to touch on, which is on transparency. So, thanks very much for that. I would today. I would dwell on that part of patriotism. We all know that Nigerians are suffering. We know the hardship. We know the state of the hardship that is presently, going on in Nigeria now. We all know that fact. Even as they always say, even the baby in the womb already is feeling the hardship before before that baby even comes to earth. If the baby can have a way to get himself or herself not to be given birth to in Nigeria, the baby will all the babies in the womb, they will do it now. But however, it is God that is in charge of that, and God that determines and controls that. So we know the problems, we know all of that. The key issue, one of the fundamental issues, is for the key players, those that are in charge, to continue to pretend, to continue to deny, to continue to apportion blame. Is an act of irresponsibility. Total act of irresponsibility. And for me, as a Nigerian, with this present situation and with this present government, what me as a Nigerian will continue to play my role is that I will not allow their lies to fly. If I can educate only one Nigeria, just one, if anything on that I say, or people of like-minded say, that will even get one or two Nigerians informed, I have done something. That is, I will continue to do that. The attempt by Mr. Tinubu to come out again and, using the platform of being in charge of the country, using that platform to come and give J.F. Kennedy's style of speech. He's trying to come out and give the Nelson Mandela kind of speech, the J.F. Kennedy speech of 1963, that academia continue to use, they continue to study, analyze deeply till today. It has entered into thesis. It has entered into academic books all over the world and continue to do so. That speech of J.F. Kennedy, that of Nelson Mandela, even most recently, that of Barack Obama. Speeches like that. Mr. Tinubu is making an attempt to give such a speech to Nigeria, talking about patriotism. It makes me sick. thinking that Nigerians are stupid and fools. Your speech cannot go beyond that room where you gave it. Nobody is going to study it. Nobody is going to analyze it for anything good, for prosperity's sake. What are you trying to do? What are you attempting to do? JFK does not have alphabeta. He doesn't have any SPV. And you are talking about patriotism. You are talking to Nigerians to renew their patriotism and their nationalism to their country. Are you kidding me, Mr. Tinubu? Attempt to give a kind of a speech that you think it will go down memory lane. You can't do that. If the speech itself is even incoherent, it's not coherent enough. But that's the attempt. That's what you are trying to do. Talk of propaganda at its very best. That is propaganda for you. A textbook definition of propaganda. What he did, giving that speech, was an attempt to give a speech that I think it will bring succor to Nigerians and it will make them to, what do you think you are? Do you think you have the man to talk to Nigerians and Nigerians will listen? You are not that type of leader. Leaders like that doesn't have alphabet and SPV set up somewhere. Leaders like that does not collect, they don't distribute security votes. They go against it. All the governors under you, working in your under your guy, they are up still today. They are collecting what they call security votes. Leaders like that, there is nothing like setting up SPV here and there all over the place. They don't do that because they are patriotic. You are not. Because they are nationalists. You are not. My brother still mentioned another one that I noted down, but he mentioned it, but it is good enough to even reiterate it. Leaders like that don't have their wife. So how will you voice it out? You are giving another country $100,000 in the midst of what is going on in Nigeria, and before you call Jack, they will say it's an act of humanity. It's helping people, as if there are no people dying in under your own roof. If you want to do it privately. Good people does a lot of good things. They do it. They don't take bell and be ringing bell all over. You can do it. The King of England, as huge, as monumental as that office is, they do so many good things. How many of them did you hear press releases on, or they are banging bell all over the place? They have staffs in that office that they go out every day. Every day, they barely get holidays, going around the United Kingdom doing good work. They don't bang bell all over the place. If the King of England, that monarch, want to be banging bell every day, BBC will have no work to do because their stories alone will fill the media space. You will do one thing, you will be banging bell as if you are helping Nigerians. What are you doing? You think people are fools? Coming out to give a nationalist, a patriotism speech, telling Nigerians that they should renew their commitment to Nigeria. Ask yourself that question, that quote, rather, by J.F. Kennedy in 1963. Ask what you can do for your country, not what your country can do for you. That quote from J.F. Kennedy, in fact, he was speaking to you, Mr. Tinubu. It's meant for you. Go and sit down and think. Just think through it. What can I do for my country now? What sacrifice or sacrifices can I make now for my country? Talking of patriotism, it is not in you at all. Patriotism, making commitment for your country, sacrificing for your country, and look at all the people you surrounded yourself with. Go and sit down and think, Mr. Tinubu, that is not it. A leader that is sacrificing for his country, that wants to do everything for his own country, and you have this one lifetime opportunities. Over 200 million Nigerians, and whether by crook or by whatever means you got yourself there, you now have the chance out of over 200 million people. You alone. This is your time to do it. You can't do it, and you still have the effrontery coming out to give a speech. That speech made me sick. It's one of the I listened to it, but because I really wanted to know the content when I knew the game he was trying to play. So it was only appropriate for me to listen to it, to let me hear what he wants. Really, is the game he's trying to play here. We want to put his footprint on history. Those are the kind of speech that when the leader of that country has gone, those are the kind of speech that will be played, that will resonate over and over again, decades and decades after that leader has gone. But yours, Mr. Tinubu, is going nowhere. Because we know your antecedent. We know the people you surrounded yourself with. It is only lip service. You say you have EFCC. Talking of transparency, EFCC that you have there, my foot, they can't do nothing. Because if EFCC really want to do something, there is no way they will not come to your table. So it is only appropriate for you to come clean, which you don't have the capacity to do. So you can't do anything. So don't come out and give that kind of a speech. For people who know history, they can't swallow that kind of a thing coming from someone like Mr. Tinubu to Nigerians at this time. It's like you are just, ridiculing them, like you are just calling them fools. You can't sacrifice nothing. Your wife said during the campaign that your family is rich. You don't need Nigerian money. And yet, at least, if people have amnesia, if they have Stockholm syndrome, this past week, at least that is still there. You went to France for 2 weeks. Let us know. Was it your money that you spent when you are there? Or Nigerians' money? Who? After all, we can see, if we don't even know that, you flew on Nigerian Air Force plane, parked on the ground for 2 weeks, somewhere in France. They will pay fuel to go to come. It's all Nigerians' money. You are spending Nigerians' money. You are talking about sacrifice. And Nigerians are the ones sacrificing every day, buying every day. That speech made me sick. I want to call it out the way it is. It is not a speech. What I'm trying to do, to be emphatic, I just want to say, it is not a speech that will go down memory lane. Forget it, Mr. Tinubu. Forget it. It's going no damn memory lane. Nobody is going to remember it for anything good. They will remember it side by side with your position, with your greedy style of leadership. That's what they will remember it for. Because today, as we speak in Nigeria, it is Nigerians that are suffering. It is Nigeria that are in deep mess. And then you continue, the lie continues. It continues unabated on a daily basis. Your central bank governor is there, is a mismatch. If you are really transparent, you are talking about nationalism. You are talking of patriotism. Is that the CBN governor that you should have there today, in Nigeria of today? The guy that worked with you when you are governor of Lagos State, the finance minister, he worked with you when you are governor of Lagos State, your budget minister. We all know the antecedent. And you are comfortable. You are comfortable. And you are telling Nigerians to be patriotic, that they should remember their heroes past. So are you kidding me, Mr. Tinubu? That is my objective. That speech is not a JF Kennedy style speech. It's not Nelson Mandela kind style of type speech. It's not Barack Obama's style of speech, and it cannot even be close. Close to any one of them. Because these men are men, they stood out in their own generation. They stood out. That is where we are in Nigeria of today. And that is the only thing I just want to, emphasize on, and I want to say it out so that I can just have a little bit of peace, because if I have my way, I will say it directly to you, Mr. Tinubu, face to face. Don't try to give that kind of speech. It is insensitive. You are playing with the lives of millions of people, telling them to be patriotic. What kind of patriotism are you expecting again from Nigerians again? Is it until they buy each and every family? Patriotism, nationalism. They've given it all. They continue to give it. Nigerians are the most patriotic set of people on planet Earth. I just don't know. That is why some of them, they are not even. You look at what has happened. What is happening to them? They don't even come out. People challenge them. What are you doing? Come out to protest. Come out. Well, it is part of their own. That is their own sacrifice. This is our nation. This nation is our nation. We don't have any other country. People say it all the time. You hear it from so many people. The learned, the unlearned, the rich, the poor, all strata of life. You see Nigerians saying this over and over. This is our country. We don't have any other country. We don't want this country to die. And you are talking of patriotism. And you have not even given 1% of what every Nigeria is giving or has given. You have not. Other than to surround yourself with crooked criminals, psychopaths, leading the country, and you have the effrontery, the audacity, asking Nigerians, asking them for patriotism from Nigerians. Nigerians are the most patriotic set of people on planet Earth today. Undebatably, you can't debate that. They gave it all. They continue to do that. So don't come out and ask Nigerians for patriotism. Don't do that. It is insensitive. It is inappropriate. It's like you are taking them for granted to another level. Because as that position that you are holding on to right now, it has a megaphone. It has a megaphone. Because when you speak, it goes far and wide. It gets wider coverage. If Nigeria, even across Africa, even in some instances, all over the world. So the megaphone is there. So don't use that megaphone to ridicule Nigerians, to bring them down as if they are rags, telling them they are not, that you are demanding more patriotism from them. Not from you, Mr. Tinubu. Never. Don't do that. Mr. Elvis.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll leave it at there now, and then I'll take on the other issues if I have
Thank
the
you, sir.
opportunity. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Mr. Jonathan, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you so much. Please do your part, press on the like button. Let's call on Madam Luke. Madam Luke, it's good to have you on the show today. Thanks for your continuous encouragement and your support. Please talk to us. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Thank you very much.
All right, go for Sunday, okay? Eagles all the way.
Yeah, so yeah, I can't wait.
I know. All right. Well, good afternoon from over here, my wonderful Niger Watch family members of the panelists, Mommy Diaspora, for always giving us that warm welcome. God bless you. The commentators, the viewers, callers at large, good afternoon to you. All right. What can I say? From Call Waves TV. So they want us in the diaspora to come down to Nigeria. So these people, we Nigerians, we don't understand that the frogs get levels. We were the frogs that jumped out when the water was warm, not hot. We jumped out when the water was warm. Meaning, if you cannot beat them and you cannot join them, you jackpa. So make una dey, make we dey our day. Nobody go trouble nobody. Because we cannot be getting screwed both ways. We are the ones that are fighting here and sending money to do whatever we want to, then we have to come back and fight your ground battles too. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because That is why you are the ground soldiers. Look at what is happening in Senegal. All they did was postpone. Although I wouldn't, I think it's unfair to compare Senegal to Nigeria, because those people there, I think they're more united than we have in Nigeria. Even all the opposition parties, see what they were doing in parliament. They had to use security to escort all of them that were opposing the Macky Sall out of the parliament. But they have made it clear they are not negotiating. That 27th or 25th or whatever that date is that they say they're going to do it, they say that's when they're going to do it. Said there are no negotiations. Now, whether Obi could have done that, there is no way Obi could have done that. It just so, in fact, Obi was very evil. It was lucky that people did not even come out to protest. And it was not because Obi told them not to. It was because they were cowards. Crow like this, your mandate was stolen. What do they call it? Beavers, IRF, whichever machine they were using, they were switched off. What did you expect the Supreme Court was going to do? That case should never have reached the Supreme Court. No, we're not going to court. Because by going to court, and then they now delayed the governorship elections by 1 week. So there were too many things that were gone. So now it now gives me the fear unease that Obi as a person cannot even rule Nigeria. Because Obi does not have a rugged bone in his body. And you think I'm going to entrust somebody like that? He did his best show with Labour Party, but it was a getting to know you moment, and everybody has exposed themselves. I wouldn't call him a weakling. I would call him a gentleman. Nigeria does not need a gentleman. Nigeria needs a Jerry Rawlings. And the only person that can come and save Nigeria is somebody, a rugged person from the military. Unfortunately, we don't have those kind of people anymore. They have all been relegated to the grave or the background, that they don't have any power. As you can see, I'm not discussing anything Tinubu. I have made myself clear on this panel. Anything that comes out of APC or Agbado Mount, I'm not interested. The only thing I'm interested in is when we're going to get this, mother fathers out of this place. Now, the ridiculous one is for us to come from diaspora. Ngwanu, how many of us in diaspora to 200 and whatever million in Nigeria to come down and save and rescue you? Who is going to rescue you if you cannot rescue yourself? Me, I rescued myself because I jackpot. Because I don't want to be in that mess. So all I can do is crying in the wilderness like Elijah or Elisha or whoever one you put there. So make on a day. Now, coming back to Obi, with all due respect, sir, the time you shine, don't shine. You cannot rule Nigeria. You cannot. Because you are too much of a gentleman. In fact, you should be a pastor. So you can be preaching peace. Because that is your line of work. Mom, I'm on the phone. Sorry about that. So, coming to the dollar hijack. So they've not decided to hijack. So if I send dollar now to my person in Nigeria, they will carry the dollar and give them naira. Huh. Okay, me, I know they send again. No? I'm not sending. So that one, I have made myself clear for that one. I don't have naira, I don't have dollar. So that chapter is closed. The one that is really, really upsetting me is now they're trying to gag the media. They're trying to gag the media. This same media that they used to come to power. Now it's not favoring them anymore. They want to gag the media because the media is the problem. So everything that the media has said, which one is a lie? Which one is a lie? So now they want to keep. That's what they did in Senegal. Did you notice that? They cut off all the internet, cut off everything so that people could not communicate. That's what they did in Senegal. So it's Nigerians, like I said, there are different kinds of frogs. We that were warming our butts in warm water, we knew that they were going to turn up the heat, so we ran away. But you, as they keep turning up the heat, you'll be dancing there and roasting and crying. Like Alaji said in Call Waves, I am dancing. I am rejoicing. I am jubilating. You know why? Because if Tinubu had succeeded, my God would have been mocked. The God I worship would have been mocked. Because evil can never come out of good. The fact that he stole the mandate, now he cannot perform. It's like somebody that went to capture somebody's wife from the bush. Now you take her to your bedroom. Paper, no hope. By person, no fit right. So if he has been succeeding now, I would have been saying, my God, does it mean that you really can bless this man with common sense? Fortunately, my God was not mocked. So I don't have much to say today. That's all I'm going to say. The struggle continues. When the Nigerians are ready to take the street, then I can join. But to come from here and go back to Nigeria to do what? I ain't doing it. Thank you, my people.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mother Luke. Thank you. Yes, for me, I believe Peter Obi is quiet, but as a person, what we can see is quiet. But Peter Obi, in terms of decision, decision taking, Peter Obi is not quiet. I'm not sure. Peter Obi always use that particular word. He wants to come into office to dismantle these people. I wish they allow him to rule.
Mr.
Maybe
Watch.
then Nigerians would
Mr.
have
Watch, you know what? Peter Obi will be worse than Jonathan. Yeah. Trust me. Once Wahala starts, he will start. Once Wahala starts, he will start begging them.
Look at what he did in Anambra. No, not so.
Okay.
Peter Obi talks in parables. When he said, "Oh no, don't come out and demonstrate," he meant come out and demonstrate. He was wearing the white hat, and the black hat was a dirty.
No, you cannot be. You cannot be ambivalent.
Oh no, no. But for Nigeria, no, for Nigeria, that's the best way, because if he were to come out straight, he would have been in jail, and they will make sure they kill him in jail like Sarawa. So he knew what he knew, and he knows exactly what he's facing. So if he talks from the side of his mouth and you don't get it, well, too bad. Daddy came and you still don't get it. The point is, I think that's the best thing he can do. Knowing Nigeria, if he's here in the US, he can come out and say it openly. But knowing Nigeria, that's the best way he can remain.
Thanks for the education. I appreciate.
Okay, Engineer Francis, just go ahead, sir. It's your turn. Thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks to everybody. And Jonathan, thank you very much for bringing our JFK back again. As a matter of fact, that was my first area I was going to talk about. But since you already covered it, there's one more thing that I would have added, which is Chris Reynolds. You guys know of Chris Reynolds? He was and still is the world's first quadrillionaire. Not millionaire, not billionaire, not trillionaire, quadrillionaire. How did he make it? He woke up, this man had $145 in his pocket, in his, I think his PayPal account. He woke up the next day and checked his account. It says 92 quadrillion. That's his balance. And the man said, maybe it's a typo. He let it go. And the next day, he's still saying that's how much he had. I think he went and withdrew a little, I think a couple of hundreds. And they're still saying that's how much he had. Then he started telling his friends. And his friends he was telling, he was asking them how he can go about paying off America's debt. That is, if he has the money, who does he give the money to pay off America's debt? That is asking what you can do for your country. This man thought he had that quadrillion and he was going to pay off America's debt. Well, unfortunately, PayPal cut the thing and reversed it. So at least he tested being a quadrillionaire for one day. And that one day, this is what he was thinking about, which is exactly what you were talking about, Jonathan. What can you do for your country? This man started asking who he has to send the money to pay off America's debt. Not even his own family's debt, or America's debt. That's the call JFK made. And then let me go to some area that has me very bothered. You know, it's the French 18th century philosopher, what's his name again? Voltaire, who said, I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. And even another biographer, Evelyn Beatrice Hall, paraphrased it in a different way. But there's another one by Monsieur L'Abbe, who said, I detest what you write, but I will give my life to make it possible for you to write it. That is freedom of the press. These two go hand in hand. And then Patrick Henry, one of the American founding fathers of freedom of speech, said, inasmuch as I hate everything you have to say, I will fight and die for your rights to say it. So, Mr. Tinubu, inasmuch as you might hate everything we have to say, you have to defend that our right. In fact, you have to go and put on a military uniform and fight and die for our rights to say it, not to cut it off from us. And then all these your lieutenants, please do not mess with the freedom of speech. Let me give you a very good example of an interpretation given to that thing by the U.S. court recently. It was, who was it? I think it was Justice Kennedy. I think it was Justice Kennedy. He said, the right to think is the beginning of freedom. And the speech must be protected from the government because speech is the beginning of thought. That was Justice Kennedy. And he was seconded by Antonin Scalia of the U.S. Supreme Court. That was recent years. So that freedom of speech and the freedom of the press, please, whatever you do, Nigerian government, do not meddle. Do not even get close. And the Tinubu, of course, I see where you're going. I've already told it to you some months back that you are going exactly the route of Kim Jong-un of North Korea. You want to bring it to a stage where you will now freeze everything in Nigeria, and Nigerians will be so poor to eat, they will be standing in line at the public restrooms like they do in Korea, where when it's your turn, they will give you a sheet of toilet paper. You will go, and then after doing number two, they will weigh it and see the weight of your number two and give you money based on that. And then that's the money you will use to go and feed and come back again and give them your escorts. So that's where you want Nigeria to go. Now, on this, what you can do for your country, Tinubu. What Atiku brought up a few weeks ago, but we did not get it. It wasn't until recently that I started researching on it. Tinubu, you formed a company, an offshore company in the Caribbean. You borrowed 3 billion naira in the name of Nigeria to help balance the dollar issue. But in that borrowing, you went ahead and signed off oil for a certain number of days or weeks or months or years that will be supplied to that company at a certain rate. And based on what Atiku wrote, you borrowed 3 billion, but by the time you finish paying them, you would have paid 12 billion. But the funny thing is you didn't borrow it on your name. You borrowed it on Nigeria's name, oil. And the company is your company. So you gave Nigeria 3 billion, used it to make the dollar stagger for a second as if it's going down. But now Nigeria will pay you 12 billion. And remember, that means we now have two borrowing channels. One is the one we deal with the IMF, and that one is the one that is very documented. We see everything. That's the one every president has done. This new one of oil in advance, the oil that if we are going to sell 100 barrels a day, now we will sell 90 barrels because 10 barrels will go to that offshore company. I hope that's not the company that's going to be selling the oil to Dangote refinery. In fact, you are very smart in criminal thinking. If you can put half that energy in something that will benefit the entire country, believe me, you will be the best president Nigeria has ever seen. Now, based on this, please, whatever you do, do, but do not mess with our freedom of speech or freedom of the press. In fact, in the words of Justice Anthony Kennedy, that is the beginning of freedom, the right to think. So do not mess with our rights to think. And when we think, yes, speech must be protected also. So if you do not want ideas, why do you even have a staff? Or why do you even have advisors in that office? So if you cannot handle it, please step out. I'm talking about it, Mr. President. This girl named Ruth Ogunleye, I understand what Lagbaja is trying to say, but Lagbaja, you are not going to stifle or halt our freedom of speech. There's no gag order in the Nigerian Constitution with regard to that. These superior officers performed war crimes on this girl. So I don't know where you come up with trying to shut everybody up. We need at least a weekly update on proof of life of this girl, because I feel you guys are now thinking you have it under control. You don't. Lagbaja, I will expose a whole lot more if you don't get out of that area you are going with regard to a gag. You know this guy very well, that Brigadier General. You know him very well, Lagbaja. don't worry. Please make sure whatever favors you owe him, please put it in the back burner, because this one is bigger than both you and him. As a matter of fact, Lagbaja, I think you're the chief of army staff. Whatever it is that you guys are planning on doing to this girl, at least her father is still alive and there. You explain it to that man and you let us know, because this is going beyond everything that human brain can comprehend. How many weeks is it now? And where is Colonel Abdul Karim? And where is Colonel Ogo? And then your buddy, Brigadier General Salibo. Where are they? They are not getting out of this. Baba Obasanjo, please put your mouth in this, because this has gone beyond cover-up. And whatever is going to happen, let it happen. You were in fact, you were General Obasanjo. I call on you now to come to the aid of this girl. How are they going to do that and then shut us up? They are thinking they are winning, but that is nonsense. Baba Obasanjo, I plead to you, just tell them what they are doing wrong in that military, because that is not the Nigerian army you knew. Where Nigerians would treat one of their own worse than you would treat a war criminal. That's what they did to that girl. Obasanjo, I implore you, please come to this aid now. Thank you, Niger Watch.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all for your time with us today. So we're going to have our final submission, and so we can end the show. We're already over 2 hours, so it looks like we are certainly going to achieve our 3 hours line today. But people are calling in. Let me take this call quickly, then we'll take it from here. Thank you very much for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch. Good evening, my brothers and sisters in the panel. Please, I'm calling Tinubu. Resign, please. Resign as a president of Nigeria. We do not vote for you. You will rig election to get to that place. Unless you rig election to get there, we do not vote for you. You can't do Nigeria good. The only thing you can do Nigeria is to come and steal our money, our weight, and take it away. Please resign. You have nothing to offer Nigeria. I am begging you. Resign, please. I'm resign. Look, Mr. Nigerian, I told you that I have stroke last year. I went to buy my drug today. The drug are flat to 5,000. I can't. I look and I come back, and I have to go back again to buy the drug, so that I can live. Please and please, Mr. President, resign. We do not vote for Nigeria. Should not vote for you. Please, I am calling you. I'm begging the name of Allah. Resign. Jonathan's, my brothers, the Malas. They are the one who confuse our brothers and sisters in Northern to vote for you. Those Malas, Allah say tineku, Allah say tineku. So the kunkreba kude hanu APC. Kuna tin de yayanku. Kakuberi mutani de arege. Allah say tineku, Allah say tineku. Please, Mr. President, I'm calling you once again. I don't vote for you. Nigerians don't vote for you. Please resign, because if you don't resign, if I die, Nigeria will hold you. My neck, my life is in your hand, because I can't afford to buy my drug again. Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Wow. Wow. This is terrible,
this one is deep. Oh.
Very deep. He said he cannot afford to buy his drug anymore. This is deep. Very, very deep. You know, this is one out of many. You know, because you have the opportunity to call into the show. What about the people that doesn't have opportunity to speak out or have privilege to call into any live stream like this to complain what they are facing right now. It's
Mr.
deep.
Elvis. Mr.
Go
Elvis.
ahead, sir.
Are
Give
you able
us
to
your
are
final
you able
submission. I
to
wanted to call you now. Thank you.
are you able to cut the part of this man's submission, and maybe we can just play it
Of
out
course.
there? Yeah,
Of
maybe
course.
we can just have it out there,
Yeah.
and then spread it around. But Baba na gaishe ka in dai kana so wani abun da zamu yi maka da Allah, kada yin send account number danka to Mr. Elvis da Allah. This is so terrible, man. This is so terrible. Wow. And so when the man with capital, he said, Nigerians, please hear. The man said, if you buy, that his blood is on the neck of the president in court. This is so deep. Ah, man, Mr. Elvis. Oh, boy. This is deep. Oh, wow. Mr. Elvis, let somebody else come up. I'll come to my final submission later. But if there's anything we can do for this man, I don't mind. But
Okay.
please, thank you.
Anyway, let's move on. This is sick, man. Mr. Jonathan, please give us your final submission. Thank you, sir. Let's do for 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Really appreciate the opportunity. Going forward, you presented a story today, which is on the Nigerian Electricity Act bill. For first, before I dwell on that, Madam, look, I wish you good luck because you say you are not going to talk about APC again. Well, I'm waiting, because this government, they will give it to you that you will have no choice, but you have to talk about them. I don't know how you are going to, get around that you will not talk about these people. And you said something profound, which I also want to highlight that case should not have gotten to the Supreme Court in the first place, talking about 2023 election. It shouldn't have. But this is where we are right now. And we're moving on. Nigeria will survive, as we used to say in the 80s, early 90s. Nigeria will survive. The Electricity Act bill that Mr. Tinubu assented to today, when you just look at it, it's a 152-page document, which when the House signed it 2023, not much attention was paid to it because of the campaign, because of it was at the heat of these court cases. These election cases were still in court, so people don't really pay much attention to it. So they just signed it. In fact, it was a wuru document. They signed it at that time, and they knew the best time to do it because attention was not really on it. But when you just look at it on the surface, I just begin to wonder, can they just do something good and right for once without imposing themselves, without creating lacunas and loopholes for them to siphon and to steal, milk the country dry? How is it? Are these people normal? This, when you look, the bill, the Electricity Act bill, is just another way for them. Two things just readily come to mind by just scanning through the document. They said they will be getting 5% from all the companies, all electricity bill company will have to give the Nigerian government 5%. And what is the 5% for? They will use it to develop all the rural areas, the local communities. I'm waiting. Who will get the 5%? Now you are talking of probably billions of naira. Who will get it on an annual basis? Because we know what you are doing with Niger Delta. We know what the oil companies are giving out on an annual basis, and we know the state of Niger Delta today. How much of the money they have given to all the Delta state that has been injected into those states positively. Education, earthwise, road. Just mention nothing. So they created is a fantastic one again. And we're talking in this age and time that we're talking about reducing government costs. This bill successfully, these people successfully, in their very criminal manner, inserted another 4 agencies to be established. Under the, and Mr. Tinubu will make no mistake, he won't miss it. He will start setting up 4 agencies were again going to be established under this criminal bill, and they said they want to reduce governance. And when you look at that, you think they just think that they do all these things and they think they can they can just get away with it. How does that juxtapose that with the present situation in Nigeria, that another power has been given to Mr. Tinubu to set up another 4 agencies, and one of them is so paramount that within the next 2, Mr. Tinubu is setting it up. If within the next week, he's going to appoint director generals. He's going to appoint they are maybe managing directors and boards of these new agencies. And everything about the agency, everything about that bill, 100%, all the powers is on Mr. Tinubu's hand, whoever is the president. They just can't do anything that you will not see traces of crime and criminality in it. As if it is in Mr. Tinubu's office, whatever he does there, that will bring power to the rural people in Jigawa and the rural people in Zamfara, the rural people of Osun State, in Ebonyi State, or in Bayelsa. No power was given to the local government at all. Everything revolves around him. Everything revolves around the Minister of Power and Electricity. In fact, they said all the powers, you won't even go far before you see all this nonsense. So for me, I don't see anything. So it's not something laudable. Not at all. Because they have ended up now successfully setting up another 5 agencies. As if those agencies are similar to those ones they are not in existence already. Why creating another one? So there is no sign of improvement. There is no sign that things will get better. Rather, they are just creating additional loopholes for them to loot money. Yes, this is where we are. We just call it out the way it is so that people can know. This thing they call electricity act bill is nothing good for Nigeria. It's not going to bring electricity. It's not going to solve the problem of electricity in Nigeria. If anything, it's another room for them to loot the country dry. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Mr. Jonathan, God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for your time with us today again. Let's continue to put our voice out there. All right, Madam Luke, your 5 minutes, man. Please, final submission.
Thank you. Oga Mandate, I hope you are doing good. I hope you don't recover. It is well. And Sir Jonathan, you see, there is you get to a stage, you are so, your energy is sapped out. And sometimes we need some people to push us, to give us strength, So at this point, the hardships that our Nigerians are facing is only going to be renewed. I mean, renewed. Because like I said, there is nothing good that is going to come out of this government. So I'm not even going to spend more time on them. I'm looking towards the revolutionary angle. Yes, I need all the luck I can, but I refuse to accept what is going on, and I refuse to even, dignify their responses anymore, because it is getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous. I'm looking towards to the Nigerians. It's their reactions now that I will be focusing on. I'm not even going to focus on Tinubu's assaults, economic and political assaults, because when he stole that mandate, that was the highest constitutional coup recorded in the history of Nigeria, where you had technology to guide you, and then we are still thumb printing ballot boxes. One person's thumbprint is in 50,000 ballot papers. and you call yourself a president. So you see, there's nothing that they can discuss that we even address. And look at that one that came out and said he voted because of MC Oluomo. You see why I said some people should not be given PVCs. You see why I said illiterates should not be given PVCs. But we're in Nigeria. It's the illiterates and their margeries that we have all the PVCs that can be bought, thumb printed, or whatever they want to do just to throw up a fuss that we have a democracy. Now, have you heard anything Tinubu said about Senegalese constitutional coup? Nothing. And he's in ECOWAS. So I don't know if Senegal is part of ECOWAS. But have you heard him address the situation in Senegal? Because he knows that the social media will flood his page and tell him, you know what? And that is the reason why he doesn't engage Nigerians, because he knows they will put him on the spot. And if somebody says it, he has somebody to blame tomorrow that he was not the one that said it. Afakuyomi or Afakoyomi, the one that swore his affidavit for him while he was governor. He will always find somebody to blame. Why he's not talking, he will absolve himself for more blame. So he will rule by proxy. And that is what he's doing. And then about those grains that they're trying to release. Are we at war? Why are you releasing your food reserves? He's nothing about how to farm. The Northerners are not planning how they're going to stop transporting because of prices and everything. Tomatoes, yam, and all that. They're trying to say how they're going to stop sending things to the south. Meanwhile, all of the south is going to the north. Is it grains that is our problem now to bring down the cost of living? What about fuel? What about what do you call it? Fuel at the gas stations. What about cost of living? I'm not even going to discuss that Nigerian labor, whatever, NLC strike with Ajero. I'm not even going to discuss that. Until we provide a united front, then I know we will be talking. But all this gaslighting, palliatives, we did not receive, or Nigerians did not receive 5 billion each state, Abi. Some people did not even see one grain drop on the floor. Now, is the grain, another badge is the grain from the reserve that they want to release to bring down the cost of living. It just goes on and on and on and on. The ridiculousness of it all. So like I said, I'm in a place where now I'm in a frog in very warm water. A frog, let me even say, I'm not even in water. I'm a frog by the beach, sipping my tequila. While I'm far away watching the frog that is boiling water, and they just keep carrying the spoon and staring it and staring it and staring it. We have an example of something that called now. That is a frog that the water has already roasted and burned. Oh, with that they will say, hey, yeah. Hey. By the time you send him money today, you send him money tomorrow. How long are you going to send him money? This is someone that needs constant care. Constant care. Yet, Baja has built hospital. This one has built hospital here, hospital there, hospital. Even the hospital built in River State, Elephant Project. After they finally posed for the camera, not one single equipment was in there. Big edifice of a building. See the one that's called Daisy and Hanire Montana Child in those states. The same thing. Meanwhile, Tinubu just came back from France, 14 days. If you look under his agbada, you will see his catheter inside one of his right hand. You will see the bag, the device still poking from his shirt. From under there, he has gone to receive the best treatment ever. So you see, I don't have anything to say to that government because 8 months gone now. It's only going to get worse. And I hear Wike one place saying he doesn't join anything that fails. And that is why he will keep standing by Tinubu. Look at who is talking. Look the guard of Hitler of River State. So why? See, all I'm going to sit down and just watch. I will focus on the reactions of Nigerians more than the submissions of the APC government. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to see where they can turn it up, and when I will say yes, we are moving. But to go there and die as a sacrifice for lazy people, yes, they are lazy, extremely lazy. I guess if I was in Nigeria, I would be lazy too, but I'm not. So I'm not going to say I'm a lazy person because I'm working my butt off here to save their butts over there. So everybody with their priorities, but I believe we're all working together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, we're working together for the betterment of our country. Thank you. Engineer Francis, sir, please give us your final submission. 5 minutes. Engineer Francis, are you available?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Now. I can hear you now.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
One person I would like to appeal to on this final comment is the Honorable Minister of Defense. We saw a young boy, a young army officer that came from the bush, but he didn't have enough to transport him back home. He put that on social media, and now he is locked up over there. Please release that boy, and please and put it on Tinubu that your ministry should now create a transportation voucher system that you will give to those military officers, especially coming out from the war front, from the bush. Give him the voucher, and that voucher will be accepted by any transporter. They will transport him from wherever to wherever. Yeah, of course, everything in Nigeria, you have to do some checks and balances for abuse, but that is good, especially being
Engineer Francis,
yeah.
They said that guy is already, they lock up that guy in prison.
I know.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. They should have created that voucher that would have transported him. And please, he did not do anything that affects the national security of Nigeria.
Thank you, Engineer Francis. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much. Give us a mandate. Please give us your final submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Helvis. I appreciate you. I was going to probably ask for request for something. You know, I'm already going to. If that can be done, maybe it will also help take away some pain from our people, because the caller that called earlier obviously is in need of help.
You said what? I didn't get that. Sorry.
The man that called earlier about his stroke medication. I said the man basically need help. So I don't know if we can probably what we can create on this channel. Maybe I don't know if we
Please,
can.
if it's Agbado, me, I'm not helping. No, sorry.
We don't raise money here. Give us a mandate.
That man is not a Bado person, but I mean, we can probably talk about this later on.
Yeah, I don't raise money here. That's why for almost a decade now, that's why I have a good name. I don't want to raise money and tomorrow people take pen and paper with me. I don't do that here. If anybody want to help people single-handedly on your own, that is fine. You know, we've randomly done this before, maybe once or twice, but it's not my thing to raise money for anybody with my platform, because the criticism that goes with it is too much. But
okay,
my panelists can always single people out and help people. Like me, I help people every single day on my Instagram and every other place. Today, I can put a receipt on the screen right now. Somebody that I've already helped today, just 1 hour before I came on air. So yeah, you can do that. But raising money with my platform is something I don't like to do. I'm sorry.
Okay, please, that man, I think I spoke to him in Hausa to drop his answer to
Yeah,
you.
if he send
Yeah, so
that, I'll forward it to you.
yeah.
I
So
beg you, Mr. Mandate, did you see your comment section? You get emo.
you say what?
You get emo for comment section.
Is he Cassava Junction or who is it?
Yes, now.
What is he saying?
He
I
said you
don't
are
answer.
sending money to.
Don't bother. Don't
I
bother
don't answer
me.
element. I don't answer element like that. They are uncommon people. So I don't talk to uncommon people. I talk to common people. Characters like that don't. If
We
if at
have
the,
issues. I tell you, we have issues.
if at this
Yeah.
point, if at this point, human beings can still be going around to do their wickedness, it just shows. And that person, his name is Cassava Junction. Maybe you can't even tell. Maybe he's a
Agbado Junction.
so that kind of element now going to talk about. My sister, please, my mama, let's move on. We have many of them, but we will not stop talking. We'll continue to say what we have to say for the country to get better. Because as it stands right now, whatever they are doing it's just that they've lost touch with reality. They've lost touch. Imagine maybe that man went to market maybe last week or before this guy came to power, before this guy in quote came to power, and he bought that medication for maybe 1,000 naira. Now it has it has increased maybe about another 40% thereabouts, 100%, and that man is lamenting. So I don't know. Imagine if they have a good health system in Nigeria. You and I, we live in America. You can't even say that, because ordinarily, before you drive maybe 2-3 miles, you already hospital is everywhere. Is it Baylor? Is it Parkland? Is it man, ER everywhere, urgent care everywhere, at your beck and call. Now, the one that said people should be patriotic went to France without telling Nigerians what he went to do in France. And Dr. CM captured it very well. He went to take another steroid to be popped up, and Nigerians are suffering. People cannot afford their medication, but you can fly out, and your wife is saying that you don't depend on Nigerian money. The ones, okay, all your trip outside the country, is it your personal money or the country's money? These guys, they have lost touch with the reality of time. Only if Nigerians can arise and take the bull by the horn to seize what belongs to them, because what these people are enjoying belongs to you. It belongs to you. It belongs to you. It belongs to you, Nigerians. I wonder why you are still sitting down. All this pocket of riot cannot do it. Everybody come out. Come out. North, new, south, west. One day, come out. Fight against these guys. Show them put them where they belong. Now about nurses, now there are different things. It's just misplaced priority. Misplaced priority. Your house is on fire. You are not thinking about how to quench the fire. You are thinking about, man, Nigerians, arise. Take your country back. Take your country back. Women are crying. The last, I think about, is it last week or this week? I saw even high school students talking about protest. Some of them were talking about how they have to miss their meal. Maybe they eat in the morning, they don't eat in the afternoon, they have to eat at night. Or maybe they don't eat in the morning, they don't eat in the afternoon, and they have to go to school. Tell me, how will your brain even capture what you have been taught in school? If you don't eat before you go to school, or even eat while you are in school, those show that they miss 2 square meals, they miss two meals. Maybe when they get back home, they don't have to go and eat at night. How would they understand what they are being taught in school? But the likes of Shoyinka, they fought university system because they will not put chicken on their food. Shoyinka, he fought the government of Nigeria because of what? They won't put chicken on their food. That was the first thing that Wole Soyinka did before he did what he did in Ibadan with cold iron. He first fought against educational system, university system, because they will not put chicken on Wole Soyinka's food. But today, Nigerian students are crying. They are missing their meal, maybe in the morning or in the afternoon, and they have to eat at night. And Wole Soyinka is there sitting down. These guys, they all enjoy scholarship, but they kill your system today. Now they're talking about student loan. In which economy? This economy that are run by propaganda, by liars and looters and wicked men. Nigerians, arise. Both men and women all over the nation, arise. Take back your country. You can do it. If Sri Lankans did it, you can do it. You don't have to wait for Mr. Peter Obi to call you out. You can. You are the one feeling the pain. You can take back your country. Because even the pastors, the imam, or the monarch, they have all colluded with these politicians. They are in bed with the politicians. They don't care about you. So you care for yourself and save the nation. People cannot afford their medication today again in Nigeria. GlaxoSmithKline used to be on Wharf Road in Apa. Today they shut down. Cadbury lost over 20 something billion naira in profit last year, shutting down companies all over the nation. Nigerians, arise, take back your country. Now is when Mama Nigeria needs you to deliver her from the hands of these wicked men. Now is when Mama Nigeria needs you to deliver her from the hands of these looters. Now is what Mama Nigeria needs you to deliver her from the hands of these criminals. Foreign and in home, they are criminals. It is not allegedly, but Jabia Miller was a criminal in the United States of America. He stole from his client. Tinubu was a criminal drug baron, not allegedly. Sanwo-Olu, criminal. So Nigerians, now is when Mama Nigeria needs you to deliver her from the hands of these wicked men. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I yield the mic.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. May God bless everybody that joined us today. Madam Luke, thank you very much.
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Elvis, I just, please, can you give me a minute or two? Just want to address one subject matter that I believe Madam Luke touched on.
Okay, quickly, sir.
Okay, quickly, sir. Thank you. Because I know there was no time, so one has to prioritize which of the matters one will dwell on. She talked something very important. It's about this food thing. This food, they are releasing food from the National Strategic Reserve. Please, Nigerians, there is no food anywhere. And if they do, and if there is any at all, it is not 100 or 102,000 metric tons. Do you know what 102,000 metric tons is? You are talking of a storage facility of about 500,000 square footage. Again, get it. 500,000 square footage that will take over 100,000 metric tons of rice, maize, and millet. And they said they want to release it. Think about it. If these people have 100,000 metric tons, their propaganda machine will have been out with pictures, with videos showing Nigerians, where is the food that you are talking about? These people are just so deceptive in nature. Even as if food is a one-time solution. Food is not a one-time solution. People eat food every day. And even if there is that 102,000 metric tons, if that 102,000 metric tons is exhausted, what happens? There is no 102,000 metric tons anywhere. What they are going to do, they are now releasing the money to the so-called farmers. I say it is so-called farmers to go and get the food and then use it as the 102,000 metric tons. How much of it, as a Nigerian, do you think we get into the hands of the ordinary Nigerians?
Another SPV.
Another SPV. There is no money. And they are looking for money. Not only dollars they are looking for now, they are looking for naira everywhere because they have come to the realization that continued printing of naira is a death warrant. Is a death warrant for them. So they can't continue to print naira. So they need naira as much as they need dollar. That's why they have to increase the tariffs, the custom tariffs. They need to cough out as much as they can cough out from Nigerians. They need the dollar. That's why now you send your dollar, they will now get naira. There is nothing anywhere. And now deceiving Nigerians that they have 102,000 metric tons. Where? With these people that we know their propaganda machine, where is Mocha? Mocha will have been on Arise and channels with the videos and the pictures. He will have sent it to them. A good president will be out there, will be in one of those silos, one or two of them, with his media team, with his propaganda team. They will be there. Because it's a time to shine. It's a time to shine. Yes.
He's out there now. He's going to watch the final on Sunday. Is he not out there?
Is that what? Is that one? It's not. That one has nothing to do with Nigerians. It has nothing to do with ordinary, with what we're talking about. You watch the football after 90 minutes, people will still have to go and eat their dinner. They'll still have to think about the next food on their table. After 90 minutes or 120 minutes max, they'll still come back and face the reality. People can dance and jump on Sunday, do whatever they want to do. They will come back to reality after 120 minutes. 120 minutes max. They will come back to reality.
Please, I have
so
a
this,
question.
yeah.
So just randomly, so the fact that they're going to release those imaginary metric tons of whatever grains from wherever they are. So, with all the food I'm seeing in the market, is the release of grains that is going to bring down the price of food commodities, or is it standard of living in general? How does that impact the standard of living?
It's not going to impact nothing. That's a fundamental question. And I hope Nigerians are hearing they're asking this and the media, they're asking this fundamental question, because even if you release 200,000, even double it to 102, double it to 204,000 metric tons, and after 6 weeks or after 8 weeks, what happens?
The problem is that can the people still afford it?
The people will not even be able to afford it. Even the mega tons they are talking about, it will not even get into the hands of the people. They will take it into the market and be selling it. They will distribute it to their cronies. It won't get to the hands of the ordinary people.
Why does Tinubu believe in giving the beggar fish to eat? Because the beggar will come back tomorrow.
That's correct. That's the attitude. That's the attitude that they have. You know, this is another palliative. Right. So it's important to say thanks to everyone. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, as we deliberate on these imaginary metric tons now, they don't even tell you how much they will spend on it. You know, so but we'll be here.
That's what they do. At the end, you're going to hear billions of naira later on, you know, that cannot be traced.
And on top of that, Mr. Elvis, and for Nigerians, where is Mr. Tinubu, Minister of Agriculture? This metric tons they are talking about was announced by Minister of Information. What has Minister of Information got to do with this? Where is your Minister of Agri? This question is on the table. I've been asking this since January 1st, 2024. Where is your Minister of Agriculture? Where is he? If it is not propaganda that you are using Minister of Information to talk about agri, it's all propaganda.
Thank you, Madam Origin, for calling in. Good evening to you once again. Please make it brief. We are rounding up.
Yes, very brief. Yes, so when this issue of grains, Madam Luke answered part of what I wanted to say. What has grain got to do with the standard of living of Nigeria. I remember there was one of those, this Sani Abdullahi that came out talking about how they're going to unlock food reserve where the food items can be subsidized and sold to members of the public at a lower price. So who owns this food reserve, and where is the money going to go to? Who is gaining from this? Another question I'm going to ask them is, what the farmers, for the last 10 years, the farmers have not gone to the farm because of insecurity, which goes back to this same clip video that it has been all over, evidence that the government is the source of insecurity. So what is the elephant in the room? What is really, really going on? What is going on in that country? Who is against the people of Nigeria? Who wants them fired and destroyed? They can't go to the farms to plant. Even Sani Abdullahi said, even when they plant, they will not allow them. Sometimes they even allow them to labor, suffer, go to the farm, and after farming, when it's time for harvest, they release cows. And please go and check Sani Abdullahi's this thing. All these things he listed out. And these people are taking pride to say they are going to give them what? From where to where? What exactly is going on in that country? Are there elders in this land called Nigeria? Can somebody answer me? What is going on? The 10 years of impoverishing the people, and now you want to sell grains to them. From where? And beg, let me just rest it there.
Nigeria matter na headache, madam. Thank you. Yes, it's stressful. Nigeria's issue or whatever is happening right there is stressful, but we'll continue to do our part. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us today. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Engineer Francis. Engineer Francis, I thought you wanted to say something.
Yes, I was going to say, let's also try to figure out how to handle this ethnicity issue and the problem. I hate to really be thinking about that solution, but I think it is one of those things that is really holding us. Let me give you this French 17th century philosopher. He said that it is difficult to free fools from the chains they revere. That's the same Voltaire. So these chains of tribalism and ethnicity that we revere in Nigeria, freeing us from that chains is the problem. But once we're free from that chains, I think Nigeria will soar through the skies. And I hope everybody thinks on that level, as we call it the night tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Engineer Francis. God bless you. That's a wonderful suggestion there, but I don't know how that can work, but it's good to talk about it. You know, let me pick this call quickly. Mr. Shimizi, you are calling back, calling. Please quickly talk to us, sir. Thank you. Mr. Shimizi, are you there?
Thank you for calling me back.
Quickly
I
talk to
forgot
us.
something when I gave my submission last.
Make it brief, only 1 minute. No
Nigeria,
story, please.
Okay, I want Nigeria to start protesting against going to the Chatham House. I'm not seeing any reason why if Nigeria doing election, presidential election, all of them will go to Chatham House. I don't see any benefits, because they are not coming to us, or they are not coming to you here in USA to tell them what they want to do to their country. So I don't see the reason. It's nonsense. So it doesn't make sense to me. So Nigeria need to start protesting that. Thank you, Niger Watch.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shimizi. I beg go sleep, not call back again. No, thank you, sir. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. We've come to the end of this broadcast. Iris Finance, madam, thank you very much. I see what you're doing right there. May God bless you. I appreciate every one of you that joined us today on this broadcast. I want to appreciate all my panelists here. Give us a mandate, Mother Luke, Engineer Francis, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you all, my people. I appreciate your consistency. God bless you all. Thank you very much for those of you that called in, Madam Origin. Thank you very much, Ogashi Mize. Thank you very much, Mr. Innocent. Thank you very much. Many others that called in as well. May God bless you all, my people. Yes, I would like to appreciate everyone. Right, there's some of the people right there on the comment section. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always. Mother Iris Finance. Thank you very much. I appreciate you always. Thank you very much, Peter Ife, earlier on for the super chat. May God bless you. Thank you very much, Mother Luke. You're right there. Thank you, Ivy Jack. Thank you, my wonderful people. I appreciate every one of you. Vitus Ekwebelen. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Justice. I can see you as well. Cassava Junction and many others. And God bless you, my people. Yes, we've crossed 3 hours, exactly 3 hours. We're rounding up today. Can you imagine? Kai, all those powerful people where they come in late, can't drag me, Ogasien, Black Panther, and all that. I beg, Mike, we end the show before I
Now they call them now. Now they call them. Be careful what you wish for.
Exactly, you are right. You are very right. Let me quickly end the show before they come knock for this door. I beg. Now God, I go bless our people. I'll see you guys again tomorrow by 6 p.m. by the special grace of God. Press on the like button, help us to share and subscribe to our channel. If you are just coming across this channel, we're not doing anything here but talking to our government to do the right thing. The suffering in Nigeria is too much to bear. Good night and bye for now.
No more bad government in Nigeria. Niger Watch, the only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger Watch, yo. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch media. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger Watch. No more bad government. Niger Watch, yo. The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless, Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger Watch media. Voice for the voiceless. Niger Watch media. Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger Watch, yo. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria